Hello everyone, this is the next topic of 11th chapter, Morphology of Flowering Plant, the flower part. It is a typical flower. Flower is a reproductive unit of endospermic plant, and flower is the modified condensed shoot. Basically, shoot apical meristem is going to form the shoot, but when in the plant the flower is to be formed, the shoot apical meristem is going to be transformed into the floral meristem and forms the flower. How this happens? This happens due to the changes in some hormones, physiological changes that occur, so that the shoot apical meristem transformed into the floral meristem and they form the flower. So flower is a condensed shoot. Basically, it is a transformed shoot, and all the flower parts like floral appendages are the modified leaves. So flower this is a typical flower in which you can see sepal, this petal, then the male part is the stamen, which is made up of anther and filament, and female part, which is known as pistil or carpel. It is made up of three parts: stigma, style and ovary. This whole flower is going to be formed on a swollen structure called thalamus, and the stalk of flower. Stalk of flower is known as the pedicel. In the previous videos, you can see that the stalk of leaf is known as the petiole. The stalk of flower is known as the pedicel. This we have to remember. So sepal, the group of sepal is known as the calyx. Group of sepal is known as the calyx. Group of petal is known as the corolla. Okay. Group of stamen is known as the androecium. And group of carpel or petal is known as the gynoecium. So every group is known as the role. They are known as the role. Okay, when we are going to talk about the essential and non-essential, so basically these two are the non-essential role of flower. Means if they are present, they are present or not present, it's not going to harm so much to the flower, but without them, androecium and gynoecium, the reproductive part, means the formation of fruit is not going to be occur. So calyx and corolla both are known as the non-essential role, and then male part and the female part, they are known as the essential role. They are known as the essential role. That is the androecium and the gynoecium. This is the typical flower. Then when we are going to talk about, in some cases we can see the example like lily. Lily is not having the separate sepal and petal. They do not have separate sepal and petal. They have only tepal. In the case of lily, they have only one kind of the floral appendage, that is tepal, and group of tepal, means the many tepal is going to form the perianth. Okay, like calyx or corolla, the perianth is known as the role of the lily is known as the perianth, and it is of the both sepal and the petal. So this is a typical flower, and flower is a modified shoot, and all the floral appendages are the modified leaves. As you can see here, as the leaf is going to be formed from where? Nodes portion. So here the internodes are condensed. Internodes are condensed, that's why you can see them very close to each other. Sepal is also a leaf, petal is also a leaf, stamen is also a leaf, and then carpel is also a leaf. So in the case of flower, you can say that internodes are highly condensed, so they are very closely associated. Okay, so on that basis, either the role are present or not, the flower are further divided. If all the four role is present, then that is known as the complete flower. Complete flower. So basically, complete flower, we can say that hermaphrodite or bisexual flower, in which the both male part and the female part is present. So next is the complete flower or incomplete flower. Complete flower are those in which all kind of the essential roles, means male and female part is present, then it is known as the complete flower. It is also known as the bisexual flower, and it is also known as the hermaphrodite, when all the organs, essential and non-essential roles are present. Incomplete flower, or we can say unisexual flower, when one of the essential role is absent. So in that case, if male part, means we can say stamen is present, only female part is absent, that plant flower is known as the staminate flower. Or only female part is present, means carpel is present, or we can say pistil is present, that flower is known as the pistillate flower. Okay, and these both flowers are the unisexual flowers. Then again one term comes that if these two types of flowers are present in a single plant, okay, then that plant is known as the monoecious plant. Although they have unisexual flower, means male flower is also there and female flower is also there, but on a same plant. Mono means single and aecious means the place. Okay, if it is present on a single place में क्या हुआ, plant में एक ही place पे present है, तो that is the monoecious plant, in which हम देख सकते हैं male and the female flower both are present, that is the monoecious flower plant. Example, maize, castor, cucurbitaceae family. ओके, उनमें क्या होता है, दोनों ही तरह के फ्लावर एक ही प्लांट में प्रेजेंट होते हैं. बट एक और टाइप का होता है कंडीशन, डायशियस. डाई मीन्स समझ गए, टू प्लेसेस पे, मीन्स एक प्लांट में सिर्फ और सिर्फ मेल फ्लावर होंगे और दूसरे प्लांट में सिर्फ और सिर्फ फीमेल फ्लावर होंगे. ओके, सो दे आर हैविंग द सेपरेट plant for the male flower, separate plant for the female flower. So in that case, example you can say date palm, mulberry. हाँ, तो इस कंडीशन में क्या होगा कि जो मेल फ्लावर वाला प्लांट होगा, ओनली मेल प्लांट होगा, उसके अंदर फ्रूट्स नहीं फॉर्म होंगे. Okay, fruits you are going to see in the case of the female flower plant only. Okay, so on that basis the plants are two types, monoecious and the dioecious. Monoecious plant in which both male staminate, female pistillate flower are present on a same plant. Example, maize, castor and cucurbitaceae. Dioecious plants are those in which male flower, means staminate flower are on the different plant and pistillate flower on the different plant. So example is date palm and the mulberry. Next is the floral symmetry. Okay, so next is the floral symmetry. जैसे हम एनिमल्स में सिमेट्री देखते हैं, वैसे ही फ्लोरल मींस फ्लावर में भी सिमेट्री होती है. तो जो फ्लावर जिस शूट पे फॉर्म होता है, ओके, जिस शूट पे फॉर्म होता है उसको बोलते हैं मदर एक्सिस. ओके, मदर एक्सिस, एंड द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ फ्लोरल ऑर्गन्स ऑन दैट एक्सिस इज नोन एज द फ्लोरल सिमेट्री. ओके, जो फ्लावर जिस प्लांट शूट पे फॉर्म होता है, दैट इज नोन एज द मदर एक्सिस, एंड द अरेंजमेंट ऑफ फ्लोरल ऑर्गन्स on that mother axis is known as the floral symmetry. On that basis, it is divided into three types: actinomorphic, zygomorphic, or asymmetric. Okay, actinomorphic, zygomorphic, and the asymmetric. So actinomorphic is also known as the radial symmetry. Zygomorphic, bilateral. So what happened in the actinomorphic, when A flower can be divided into two equal halves by any vertical plane or by any horizontal plane, but that lining is going to be should be passed through the center. मतलब आप किसी भी फ्लावर को टू इक्वल हाफ्स में डिवाइड कर सकते हो किसी भी प्लेन से, बट कंडीशन है कि वो जो प्लेन है वो सेंटर से जाना चाहिए, एंड दे आर गिविंग यू टू इक्वल हाफ्स. ओके, टू इक्वल हाफ्स के फ्लावर मिल जाते हैं, तो दैट इज नोन एज द एक्टिनोमॉर्फिक. सेम इन द केस ऑफ दी, आप एनिमल्स में देखोगे रेडियल सिमेट्री में वही होता है कि किसी भी एनिमल को आप सेंटर से कट करो और आपको टू इक्वल हाफ्स में मिले, दैट इज द रेडियल सिमेट्री. सो इन केस ऑफ फ्लावर वी कॉल इट, द टर्म इज डिफरेंट, actinomorphic. Okay, when a flower can be divided into two equal halves by any plane which is passing through the center, that is known as the actinomorphic. Okay, divided into two equal halves by any plane passing through the सेंटर. एग्जाम्पल हमें बहुत अच्छे से याद रखने हैं. एग्जाम्पल है मस्टर्ड, धतूरा एंड चिली. डायरेक्ट एनसीईआरटी के ही एग्जाम्पल्स हैं और हमें इनको याद रखना है. देन कम्स टू द ज़ाइगोमॉर्फिक बायलेटरल सिमेट्री. हमें इसका रफ सा डायग्राम बनाऊं तो लाइक यू आर ड्राइंग का, किसी भी एंगल से आप करिए तो आपको इक्वल हाफ्स मिलते हैं. ज़ाइगोमॉर्फिक में कि we can get the two halves, means हम फ्लावर को टू हाफ्स में इक्वली डिवाइड कर सकते हैं पर एक ही प्लेन से, बाय वर्टिकल प्लेन. एक ही प्लेन से जब हम कट करेंगे तो हमें टू इक्वल हाफ्स मिलेंगे, अदरवाइज हम और प्लेन से करेंगे तो नहीं मिलेंगे. तो दैट इज द बायलेटरल सिमेट्री. एग्जाम्पल है पी, बीन, गुलमोहर एंड केशिया. Okay, so that is the bilateral symmetry और zygomorphic. Asymmetric में हम किसी भी प्लेन से कट करें हमें टू इक्वल हाफ फ्लावर के नहीं मिलेंगे. Okay, तो those flower are known as the asymmetric. Example क्या है? ये सारे एग्जाम्पल एनसीईआरटी से गिवन है, we have to remember. Okay, mustard, datura and chili in the actinomorphic radial symmetry, zygomorphic pea, bean, Gulmohar and the acacia, and asymmetric is the canna. Next comes to the isomery. What do you mean by isomery? Basically, we have seen, हमने देखा कि फ्लावर के अंदर 4 टाइप के फ्लोरल अपेंडेजेस है, सेपल, पेटल, स्टेमन एंड द पिस्टल. तो आइसोमेरी टर्म क्या है कि ये जो सारे फ्लावर में जो भी अपेंडेजेस प्रेजेंट हैं ये किसी पर्टिकुलर ऑर्डर में होते हैं, फ्रीक्वेंसी में होते हैं, ओके, नंबर में होते हैं. ओके, सो दैट इज नोन एज द आइसोमेरी. मींस सेपल, पेटल, स्टेमन एंड पिस्टल ये रैंडम नहीं होते हैं, इनका एक पैटर्न होता है. इफ दे आर टू एंड मल्टीपल ऑफ टू, देन इट इज नोन एज द बाइमेरस. बाइमेरस मींस the all the floral appendages, all the floral roll like sepal, petal, pistil, stamen, they are either two or multiple of two. Okay, two or multiple of two. Okay, that is known as the bimerous. Example हम देखें mustard. Same again trimerous. Trimerous में क्या होगा? Either 3 सेपल हुआ, 3 पेटल हुआ, 3 स्टेमन हुआ, 3 पिस्टल हुआ, और मल्टीपल ऑफ 3 और मल्टीपल ऑफ 3. दैट इज नोन एज द ट्राइमेरस. सेम टेट्रामेरस, पेंटामेरस. ओके, दिस कैन बी हैपन. मतलब कि एक फ्रीक्वेंसी होती है सारे फ्लोरल रोल के नंबर्स की, दैट इज द आइसोमेरी. कुछ एक्सेप्शन ऐसा होता है कभी कभी कि जो कार्पल होता है, मींस जो फीमेल पार्ट होता है, वो हमेशा मैच नहीं करता. हमें एक एग्जांपल ले लेती हूँ पेट्यूनिया का. तो पेट्यूनिया में क्या होता है कि 5 सेपल होते हैं, 5 ही पेटल होते हैं, 5 ही स्टेमन होते हैं, बट जो कार्पल है वो 2 होता है। ओके, तो कुछ कुछ कभी कभी कंडीशन सिर्फ कार्पल के केस में आती है और जो दूसरे रोल्स है उसके केस में नहीं आती है। ओके, सो दिस इज द आइसोमेरी। नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस द टाइप्स ऑफ द फ्लोरल appendages into the flower.